If you studied marketing for really any time at all, one of the most common things you're going to hear that you really should create in your business and use in your business, in your marketing efforts, is what's called a USP or a unique selling proposition. Now, I am about 7 or 8 years into my actual journey of learning marketing now. Okay, now I've been doing websites for a long time, but there was a period of time about 7 or so years ago where I decided that I needed to learn marketing, not just websites, because then I could be focused on helping my clients get a business result. Okay. And so, um, really early on, I learned about this concept of the USP, but I really, to be honest, didn't give it much credence, or I didn't think of it very highly. It seemed to me more like coming up with a slogan or a tagline. And I don't know, it just didn't really feel that productive to me. But then I recently rediscovered this concept in a whole new way from a new source. And I was intrigued to hear this source talk about it. And the source is Dan Kennedy. Now, Dan Kennedy is very much a direct response sort of copywriter who, one of his core sort of guiding principles is that your any brand building that actually happens should be built on the back of direct response marketing, right? So we don't just do brand ads with a slogan or a USP or whatever on it. But it's interesting how important that he does feel that the USP is in order to build a thriving business. And so I was thinking as I was driving home the other day from a trip that our family took to Atlanta. I was looking at the billboards and, when you're in marketing and advertising and stuff, we tend to pay more attention to billboards and ads and, stickers on the back of cars. And you're just looking at things, um, honestly looking for your next idea, right? And critiquing other ideas that you see. And I saw a billboard many times on the way all the way from Georgia to North Carolina, and I've seen his billboards before. It wasn't the first time, but it was the first time when I really took notice of what was going on. The guy's name is Mark Spain. He is a realtor. I'm guessing it's with Keller Williams because of the colors, but it didn't even say Keller Williams on it. It just says Mark Spain, and it has his face, and every billboard, every single one that I saw from Georgia to North Carolina, I probably saw 6 or 7. Every single one said, "Get a guaranteed offer on your home." Everyone said that, everyone. "Get a guaranteed offer on your home." Now, yes, that is a call to action, but I do believe as well that it is his USP, his unique selling proposition, the thing that sets him apart. Now, it happens in his business that his USP is a call to action, and that was probably done intentionally. And by the way, I think it's very, very smart. There are ways that you can craft a USP to be different, right? Now, there are 4 things that I want to talk to you about with a USP that I think are important, right? But just note that they can take on a variety of different characters, okay? So, the life-changing magic of USPs. Do you have one yet in your business? If not, I want to encourage you to start thinking about it. Now, me, again, like I said, I'm revisiting this now, and I have something that I'm not quite sure I'm ready to make public yet, but I have something that I'm about 90%, 95% confident that it's the right thing. Um, I need to do a little bit more investigating, but we're getting there. Okay. So I really want to come out of the gate strong with the right thing. But now here's the thing, you could change this, right? In the future, let's say that you pick one and you don't like it, you could change it. Domino's built their entire business on basically get a hot, fresh pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less, guaranteed. But now they don't use that anymore because there were good car accidents happening as a result. Okay, so in that case, it wasn't great. However, it was great that it built the business. Okay, so you can always change later, but the good ones I think will stick for a long time. So you should be thinking about what in your business sets you apart, excludes you from others, etc. And that's what we're going to talk about. So what I'm not going to give you here is a formula for like how to create your magic USP. because I would be lying to you if I told you that I had that all nailed down, because I don't. But I do want to give you 4 things that I think your USP should be doing for you as you are thinking about how you might craft one for your business. Now, let me just really underscore the importance of this. Your USP, again, this is not just a catchy tagline. This is not just a slogan that you can put on the header of your website. It's not just something you can put on the back or even the front of your business card. You could do all of those things. But what I think it's important for you is for this USP, this unique selling proposition, to be what your business embodies. Okay, it is, in other words, think about Disney. Disney is the most magical place on earth, right? Everything they do is in service of creating magic. That's what they do. They're in the magic business. What business are you in? What business am I in? At its core, what do we believe? What is the mission we can drive towards? Okay, that's what we're doing. Whatever this is should be something that can rally customers and draw customers to us, but also that can rally team members and get our team excited about the work that we're doing and reinvigorated about it. That's what it should do. Okay, 4 things. First, it should specify. So to the extent possible, it should be specific. Okay. You should be able to tell from the tagline what sort of business you are in. That is something that always kind of drives me nuts, is when a business will have a tagline that maybe it works, but it's not really evident from that tagline or from that USP what they do. In the case of the guaranteed offer on your home, pretty simple, right? You know exactly what business this guy is in. And you know that if you're a homeowner ready to sell, that you are going to be going to him. This is the idea. Okay. Now, it should also exclude. So it should be specific to the extent possible, if at all possible. It should call directly out to the product or service that you deliver. But then it should also exclude. So by its very nature, it should turn off people who are not interested, right? I have no desire to get a guaranteed offer on my home. Not right now. I don't need that. Okay. So it turns me off because I don't need it and I don't want it. Okay. And so if you can go ahead and just rule people out using your USP, then this is great because they will self select. Okay. Domino's, again, with the pizza. If you're not looking for pizza, then that USP is not going to speak to you. But if you are looking for pizza, it probably is going to speak to you because it'd be great to get one hot and fresh delivered in 30 minutes or less with a guarantee on it. That'd be fantastic. Okay. So understand that if it specifies, but it also excludes, you're getting a lot further down the road. Okay. The third thing is that really it should invoke curiosity. So you've heard things that make you go, huh? It really should make you stop and think. Like, for example, the Domino's one. It's kind of like, is that really possible? You start being curious. Like, I bet some people ordered just to find out if it was really true that they could get their hot, fresh, ready pizza delivered in 30 minutes. And then probably some people called to get their refund to make sure that the guarantee was real. So anytime we can evoke curiosity with it. Now, what about the guaranteed offer on your home? Well, it does invoke curiosity because it's like, wait a minute, how are you going to guarantee an offer on my home? Like, how does that, what does that even mean? How does that work? Right. It's like, if it calls to you at all, what it makes you do is want to reach out for more information. So I think that's very important. The one that I'm thinking about, again, I don't want to share it just yet, but the one in my business that I'm thinking about going ahead and putting out there will be very curiosity driven, because it's going to leave people hanging and be like, "Mm, I need to know that final piece." So curiosity. Okay. Curiosity is one of, just to kind of, create a little bridge here. Um, Curiosity is one of the most powerful forces in marketing. If you can hype someone up for the result, and then hold back that result as long as possible, then you're golden. For example, let's say you're going to share some secrets on a webinar, but you have to convince people on an opt-in page to even come into the webinar. On that opt-in page, curiosity is your greatest friend because you want to really help them understand that you can get them the result that they're looking for. But that how, you're going to hold that back until the delivery of the content. So that's very important. Curiosity is something to learn. It's an art, really. And then finally, distinction. Now, why do I say distinction? Because your unique selling proposition has to answer a very important question. And I wish I had wrote down the question as Dan Kennedy posted, because it's very, very important. But I'm going to kind of summarize it for you. And that is this: why, in a sea of options, including just sitting down and doing it myself, why out of all the options I should I choose your business to be the one that I work with? Why? What makes you different? What makes you so special? Okay, this is what the USP, the unique selling proposition, does. It immediately, and this is arguably the most important, it immediately sets you apart from the competition. Even if there are others doing something similar, they're not doing it like you. Okay. And if you can answer that question with your USP, then you're golden, right? You're good to go. Because this will be the main differentiating factor you have from other people, and it's why people will come to you. Now, again, but the thing about it is this is marketing, right? Everything is marketing. So it still has to be sexy, right? You can't just, explain this in a boring sentence or paragraph, right? It has to be pithy. It has to be short. It has to be memorable, right? These are all things that you should be thinking about as you go towards crafting your own USP. So be thinking about that, right? The life-changing magic of USPs. How can you apply this to your business such that it permeates your marketing materials, right? If you're doing direct response marketing, where the general principle being that if we invest $1, off of that $1, we trackably make $2, $20, or $200. If we're doing that, we have an opportunity in all of that communication to brand ourselves well and to set ourselves apart. So while we're paying for that real estate, wherever we're paying for it on, be it ads, be it mailers, be it email, wherever we're paying for that real estate, we must be capitalizing on that real estate with branding. Okay. And we can capitalize on that in a big way with our USP. If it does all of these above, if it specifies, if it excludes, if it evokes curiosity, it creates distinction. All right. Thank you guys for listening to Marketing for the Rest of Us. I love recording this podcast for you each week. If you have any suggestions, any questions, hit me up. Steve@northmacservices.com. Would absolutely love to hear from you. Until next time, God bless, take care, and we're delighted to serve you doing the work that we do here.